Right now at 10, a technical mishap. What's causing several Minnesota counties to drop some DWI cases.
And a new bill could help Wisconsinites dealing with infertility issues. How the push could save families thousands of dollars.
Plus, the Brewers playing Game 1 of the NLCS will have a live look from American Family Field with the latest.
WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. We start with the Brewers, who are in the NLCS for just the fourth time in franchise history.
And right now they're taking on the LA Dodgers for Game 1. News 8 Now's Jacob Lenzendorf and Kate Overton join us from American Family Field with the latest on tonight's matchup. Guys.
Hey guys, well, Cade's inside right now of the madness. There is full bases loaded right now. 2 outs in the game. The Brewers are down 1 run, and Bryce Terang is up at the plate. So if you hear a big cheer behind me, that's probably something good for the Brewers in this one. But it's 2-1 currently in this one. Brewers didn't have much success against Blake Snell tonight. He went 8 innings in this one, striking out 10 batters and just allowing 1 hit in the game. So the Brewer offense will need to correct that as this series goes on. But, guys, I'm not sure what the result of this one is going to be as of right now because, as you can hear, the game is finishing up behind me. But later, coming up in sports, I'll have a report from a final, hopefully, as long as this thing doesn't go into extra innings here. But Brewers and Dodgers in a tight one in Game 1 of the NLCS. And, guys, I'll send it back to you in the studio as this one gets real tight here. You can feel the momentum shifting and the nerves building. Guys.
We're in for an epic finish. Jacob, thank you. Winona County is dropping nearly 40 DWI cases.
Yeah, this is after an issue was found with a breathalyzer machine. News 8 Now's Grace Monk explains.
Winona County is dropping DWI charges after a cylinder was incorrectly installed into a breath test machine at the county jail. A cylinder is a pressurized gas tank that is used in alcohol testing instruments. There are 2 types, PBT or preliminary breath test and DMT. Sheriff Ron Ganrud says a PBT cylinder, which is used by officers to find probable cause for an arrest, was placed into a DMT machine.
The cylinder got changed out in June of 2025. And then the day that we found out about it, obviously we took it out of service until this problem was corrected.
46 tests were given between June 14th and September 20th. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension says 39 of those were affected.
The county attorney said that any pending cases she was going to dismiss from that time period using that machine. And anybody that had already pled guilty, she was contacting their attorneys and working on vacating those convictions.
One attorney says dropping the charges was the best thing to do.
In order for a test to be admissible in court, the test result has to be reliable. So when they put the wrong part inside of the machine, basically what they did was the police rendered that test unreliable.
To prevent a mix-up from happening again, Ganrud says they plan to store the cylinders in separate places and limit the number of people who can change them. In Winona, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
The City Council of La Crescent has approved the conditional use permit for a new cannabis business at 190 Main Street. Now, the Planning Commission already gave the thumbs up last week. Carbon MN LLC plans to operate an indoor cannabis manufacturing facility. They won't be a retailer at that location. They'll be supplying to local stores. They hope to open early next year with state approval.
Well, many Wisconsin families face high costs for fertility treatments. The Wisconsin Buildings Family Act would require health plans to cover fertility treatment and preservation. More than 170,000 Wisconsinites experience infertility and often pay tens of thousands out of pocket. Eau Claire Representative Jody Emerson, the bill's author, says insurance should treat infertility as a medical condition.
I believe that reproductive freedom is about being able to choose when and if you have a family, when it works for you. And finances shouldn't get in the way of it. Other medical conditions shouldn't get in the way of it.
Emerson says she would be open to compromising with insurance companies in order to get the legislation passed. Her office couldn't give an exact cost figure for the bill, but estimated that covering fertility care would be about 1% of total premium costs.
A GoFundMe is raising money for the family of a La Crosse librarian. Medora Nelson Ferris was a children's librarian at the La Crosse Public Library. She died of injuries after a hit-and-run incident in late September. The link to donate is posted on our website. Supporters have already raised over $10,000 so far. La Crosse police confirming today that 18-year-old David Resto has been charged in the case. The criminal complaint says Resto was driving at an excessive speed and did not stop at a stop sign, ultimately crashing into her vehicle. A News 8 Now follow-up. The victim in the fatal collision in La Crosse at Mormon Coulee Road and 33rd Street has been identified as 37-year-old Nicholas Smythe. On October 2nd, he was seriously injured in a two-vehicle crash while riding his motorcycle. Despite life-saving efforts at the scene and being transported to a local hospital, he died of his injuries. Construction on Highway 35 is underway, but it will remain open to traffic. The governor recently signed a $9.5 million contract to reconstruct Highway 35 between La Crosse and Vernon counties. Preliminary work began today, with the highway reconstruction expected to be done in November of next year.
Fire hydrant flushing is underway today on La Crosse's north side. Flushing started around 7 a.m. and will take 2 to 3 days. Residents may experience lower water pressure and discolored water that could affect laundry or tap water.
So this is all just for clean, healthy drinking water, to make sure that there's no sitting water that has stayed too long and collecting deposits, and just make sure those areas of lower flow, lower consumption have clean water.
Now, if you see discoloration, run a cold tap in your bathtub for a few minutes until the water clears. On Wednesday, crews moved to South La Crosse for 3 to 4 days of flushing.
Well, a little bit of a wet start overnight, but as we worked through the day, we had plenty of sunshine and actually got warmer than some areas because we started off fairly mild, but things are going to change. We have more rain ahead. We have an active week of weather, but for tonight, it's actually going to be fairly quiet, just increasing cloud cover. We're monitoring a system in the Nebraska area that's going to begin to lift north, but it's going to take some time, but cloud cover will be on the increase, expecting dry conditions for the morning commute. But overall, we'll start seeing those chances increase even earlier for Eau Claire, especially going into the afternoon with a lot of cloud cover. They'll keep the temperature only 52 at noon, and similar story, but there could be a little bit of sunshine early in the morning for La Crosse and southward before clouds really for the sky becomes overcast during the afternoon, getting up to 56. So once again, cool with a northeast wind. So later on, we'll kind of break down the timing of the rest of the precipitation that'll go on probably Tuesday night into Wednesday. Plus, we have more activity later in the week, but we do have some 70s, potentially maybe mid-70s by the end of the week, too.
Well, that is some good news.
There's some good news there.
We do need the good news because breaking news, everyone, the Brewers lost 2-1 in Game 1 tonight. So a lot of work to be done. Still a long series, but I will cherish the 70 degrees if they come this way. Thank you.
Something else to look forward to. All
Thank
right,
you,
thank you. Well, UWL had a packed day of events scheduled for Indigenous Peoples Day. Various activities were planned today, beginning with trolley tours and a lacrosse tournament at 10 a.m. and finished up with a keynote address at 7:30 this evening. Other activities included vendors, educational programming, and a free community dinner with live entertainment.
Today is a day for us to celebrate the Indigenous peoples of America, and in the La Crosse area particularly, the Ho-Chunk, who still have a thriving community in this area. It's a way for us to share our culture, appreciate that we still have a lot of things to be thankful for here.
This is the first year that UWL is hosting the Indigenous Peoples Day evening program and is a large collaboration between 17 different community groups.
Ultra Federal Credit Union employees went out volunteering across the Coulee region today. It is part of the company's 8th annual Ultra Gives Back Day, with all offices closed to allow more than 400 employees to volunteer. Locally, they were helping out at places like the La Crosse Area YMCA, Boys and Girls Clubs, and the Coulee Region Humane Society.
We really just want to spend time focusing on giving back to the community, and so we use Indigenous Peoples Day to not only serve within the La Crosse area, but we also have branches in Texas and Tennessee as well, and we do this to just kind of make a difference, and it's part of the credit union way.
And that volunteering extravaganza wrapped up around 12:30 this afternoon.
Winona students had a taste of locally grown food at lunch today. Winona area schools hosted a farm to school event this morning at the senior high school. Students tried Ferndale Farms wild rice turkey brats, all made with Minnesota grown ingredients. It's part of National Farm to School Month, highlighting the district's push to get more local food into cafeterias.
This helps both farmers and students, and specifically keeping that food system local, which we know is the healthiest way to deliver our food.
The district says it's working to get more locally sourced food into school meals year-round.
Still to come tonight, a major hiring spree. Why Amazon is announcing 250,000 new jobs.
And after more than 2 years of captivity, Israeli hostages are home. The peace deal that's bringing aid to Gaza and new hope to the region.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, a documentary about ending homelessness screens in La Crosse. We'll talk with the filmmakers and a local expert about some proven solutions that are working across the country.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, your pup isn't just boarded, they're pampered. From tail wagging daycare to cozy overnight stays, we treat every dog like our own. Safe, clean, and full of fun. Book today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Get ready for the holidays and save money during our fall sale at Interior Designs Home. All of our carpets are on sale. You'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimates in your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
Did you know taking one pill can kill someone you love? Today's opioid overdoses are the leading cause of accidental death in the U.S. Yet many young people don't know what they're actually ingesting. I know this heartbreaking truth firsthand. I lost my son. Our Wisconsin schools desperately need life-saving Narcan kits in their schools, but it takes legislation to make that happen. Please contact your state senator today.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
The 20 remaining living Israeli hostages were reunited with loved ones today as part of the terms of a peace agreement between Israel and Hamas.
President Trump spent the day in Israel and Egypt to mark what he's calling the, quote, dawn of a new Middle East.
Emotional reunions filled with tears, excitement, and relief as the released Israeli hostages embraced their families after more than 2 years in Hamas captivity. President Trump, who helped broker the peace plan, addressed Israel's parliament Monday, receiving a standing ovation, and called the moment the historic dawn of a new Middle East.
This is not only the end of a war, this is the end of an age of terror and death and the beginning of the age of faith and hope and of God.
As part of the deal, nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners were returned to the West Bank and Gaza, greeted by crowds of supporters. Later in the day, a convoy carrying the remains of 4 Israeli hostages who died in Hamas captivity made its way to Israel. Israeli officials await the return of the remains of 24 more deceased hostages as part of the terms of the agreement. With the first phase of the peace deal now in effect, humanitarian aid is now arriving into Gaza, loaded with food and other critical supplies to help address the devastation UN aid workers have described as a famine. The president wrapped his one-day trip to the Middle East with a ceremonial signing of the deal.
And for the people of Gaza, the focus now must be on restoring the basics of a good life. We're going to have a lot of money coming into Gaza and a lot of rebuilding.
Other major hurdles ahead include who will govern Gaza and disarming Hamas. But today, many are celebrating reunions with loved ones and the step toward peace. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
One of the country's leading banks says it will make a major investment in companies considered critical for U.S. national security. J.P. Morgan Chase said it will invest $10 billion in defense contractors and artificial intelligence businesses to help protect the U.S. economy as trade tensions rise with countries like China. The bank also says it will help facilitate $1.5 trillion in investments in companies important for national security, economic security over the next decade.
Amazon announced it's hiring 250,000 people for the holiday season. It includes regular, full-time, part-time, and seasonal jobs. They'll work for the online retail giant's fulfillment and transportation network across the country. Amazon says the regular and part-time workers earn an average of $23 an hour, along with benefits.
We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we got a lot of rain chances later this week, but we do have some dry periods, and even we got some mid-70s potentially too in the forecast. We'll break it all down coming up on your First One Weather Update after the break.
Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Plus, cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Stack up and save. We've got a great selection of batteries in stock, from Energizer to Rayovac and more. Right now, get a 16-pack of Rayovac batteries for $4.98 after rebate. Get crisp, clean lines in your next painting project with Frog Tape. This pro-grade painter's tape includes paint block technology that seals edges for sharp paint lines. A 3-pack is $12.79 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0% APR with a total value of over $5,800 on this Sierra 1500 model. We are professional grade.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Like men's full blue denim jeans, just $12.99. Rewards members get up to $200 instant savings on a new set of tires. Save even more on select brands with consumer rebates. Plus, we offer Blaine's Best Price Promise, guaranteeing you the lowest price with us or we'll match it right here at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
You already know. Derek Van Orden voted for the largest Medicaid cut in history. Nursing homes may be forced to close. Rural hospitals in Wisconsin at risk of closure. And tens of thousands of Wisconsinites could lose health coverage. But did you know Van Orden's vote could raise electricity costs in Wisconsin $300 a year? Also, Van Orden could give wealthy elites another tax break. Tell Derek Van Orden, stop making us pay more.
Dreaming of a new ride? Apply today at driveultra.org and make your dream a reality. Hey, dogs can dream too. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Yeah, our temperatures continue to fall as you would expect through the month of October, and right now our average is in the upper 50s to low 60s. So we're going to see some of those type of temperatures in the next couple days, but towards the end of the week, we're going to come all the way back up to the mid, maybe even upper 70s by Friday and continue that a little bit on Sunday before a cold front comes through. So just a taste of these temperatures, but overall still above average for this time of year, all the way likely through the weekend too. But we do have quite a bit more rainfall chances this week than we've had last week, especially during the daytime. Overall, right now it should be just increasing clouds. That little system down to the west, to the south, right there, that disturbance will begin to work its way northeast overnight. So we'll just see cloud cover with a northeast wind overall. Right now it looks to be mainly dry to start off the day, although we could see a few showers begin to develop for some far northern areas towards the basically the late morning hours. Overall temperatures with all the cloud cover and precipitations we'll see, we're going to keep those temperatures more in the upper 50s, low 60s, near average, but for a lot of it, it's about a good 10-degree drop from what we saw on Monday with a nice east wind too. Now, as we track out the precipitation, as I mentioned, there could be a little bit of activity here picking up just north of along Eau Claire or just near that area, very narrow area. So there could be a few showers towards the late morning. Most of the rest of the area is going to be dry with an increasing cloud cover. That precipitation could continue along the same area through the afternoon, but notice to the west, all this activity is starting to redevelop and become more widespread showers or even steady light rain. By the time we get to the late afternoon, that's when things get a little tricky, and I think you will start to see showers come through at some point near or just after the morning commute. A better shot probably as you go further west of the river, but by the time we get to about 7:30, 8, even 9, a lot of this is just going to be occasional light rain or just steady light rain as we go throughout the night. This eventually will begin to kind of taper off for areas near or north of Eau Claire. Once we get past midnight, a few sprinkles, while areas to the south will continue to see this steady, more light rain. And actually, further south, you'll probably see steady or light rain more after midnight, showers prior to the midnight hour. This will continue and has potential to create some issues maybe for the morning commute as wet roads, given the shower activity will persist across this area and probably won't let up, at least shower-wise, until we get later, probably around noon or so. Towards the afternoon, there will be some breaks potentially in the cloud cover. That's the good news overall, but a lot of areas will probably continue to see cloud cover. You can see just a little bit of shower activity continues in the afternoon, but mainly it's just cloud cover throughout the afternoon time frame, then precipitation. Now this, generally areas are going to see a tenth to about a quarter. There could be an area that gets a little bit heavier, but that's going to continue to shift back and forth depending if we got any type of banding. So really don't take note of that. Just say that there could be some areas that get up to a ½ inch. Most areas will probably stay under a ¼ inch. As we go now into Wednesday, into Wednesday's daytime highs, a lot of cool conditions with cloud cover. So really similar to Tuesday, maybe a couple degrees colder. And then Thursday morning's commute has another opportunity to bring more showers as a warm front lifts north. So that's what we're going to deal with. But look at those temperatures Thursday. They're going to warm up. In fact, Friday, as I mentioned, mid to upper 70s before the cold front comes through. Will probably likely be sometime Friday night or early Saturday morning, which will cool us back to maybe average temperatures by the weekend. So it's going to be a lot of precipitation coming through here in the next several days, but overall temperatures are not that bad considering we'll be average. And then Friday, yeah, it's looking pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, bring it.
Thanks, Craig. Coming up next in sports, down to the wire. A pitcher's duel between the Dodgers and Brewers ending with quite a tense final frame. We're live from Milwaukee. Next.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose American Waterworks.
We've got an important milestone here to celebrate. As you know, our family has been providing other families with affordable flooring for 60 years. Whether it's vinyl, hardwood, laminate, tile, or carpet, we've offered a wide variety of flooring that stands up to the biggest messes.
And we know messes.
Speaking of which, who started in on the cake?
Don't look at me.
Sealand's Carpooling, where #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
I have been working at Firefighters Credit Union for over 20 years and been in the mortgage business for 30 years. We get a lot of people that like to shop around, and I encourage people to shop around for mortgages. And the one thing that you hear over and over is that we're for real. What they hear on the commercials is what they see when they come and see any of our employees. All these things together are what make Firefighters Credit Union the team you can trust.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports and your day becomes better and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
All of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now's Ken Kozarowski with sports.
Nice to be back in the saddle, but tough under these circumstances. A 2-1 loss for the Brewers in Game 1 of the NLCS. Our sports director, Jacob Lenzendorf, is live outside American Family Field. Jacob, I don't know if people are starting to file off to the parking lots yet, but what's the mood after that tense ninth inning?
Well, the mood is a little bit better than you'd expect. I've heard a lot of go Brewers still, and Brewers they're going to take it tomorrow. So fans are still optimistic leaving the stadium. But man, was it ever a tense finish in the game there? As the Brewers had the bases loaded. Exactly here, right there. You got them tomorrow from one fan. But Brewers had the bases loaded in the ninth inning. They couldn't get much of anything going all game because Blake Snell was fantastic. 8 innings, 10 strikeouts, just 1 hit allowed. And the Brewers pitching was fantastic as well, only allowing 2 runs to an awesome Dodgers lineup. So a lot of things to take away from this game, good things and bad things. Brewers need to get more hits against Dodger pitching, which is easier said than done, of course, as well. But Ken, the mood still here is not too bad. It's only 1 game in this season, or in this series, I guess. So fans still optimistic, but still a tough hill to climb, and we'll have some coverage from the post game in the morning shows as well if you're inclined to join the Blitz as well. But Ken, that'll do it for us from here outside of American Family Field. Jay Blensdorf, News 8 Sports.
All right, Jacob, get some rest. They're back at it tomorrow. Probably Freddie Peralta on the mound. All right, for all of you who didn't tune in on this one, let's show you how this one wrapped up. Aaron Ashby getting the first inning for the Crew in this game. The rally towels were flying high, morale's good. Ashby getting a clean inning, which was a tough thing to find in the NLDS, getting Freddie Freeman swinging. Chaos in the fourth, bases loaded, deep fly ball to center. This one's going to be in and out of Sal Frelick's glove, so that makes it a live ball. But the Dodger base runners weren't sure, so it's essentially a force play here. The throw home from Joey Ortiz just in time for the second out. And then because the runner from second never went to third, William Contreras just walks over, steps on third to end the inning. The most insane play I think we've ever seen in the postseason. But in the sixth, this is when the Dodgers started to come alive. Freddie Freeman breaking the stalemate off Chad Patrick. Deep fly ball into right field. That's into the Aurora Healthcare bullpen for a solo home run. Blake Snell, as Jacob mentioned, virtually unhittable. 10 strikeouts in 8 innings of work. 1 hit. He picked off a guy, so he faced the minimum after 8 clean. Bottom 9, Jackson Churio secured a sac fly, but Bryce Terang swinging at the high cheese with the bases loaded. So the Dodgers hang on to take game 1, 2-1. In more positive news, the Packers took a shaky tie into Dallas into the bye week, but they left week 6 on stronger footing after a win at home over the Bengals. It was a game pundits expected the green and gold to win, and the offense did what it needed to do. Josh Jacobs feasting 93 yards and 2 scores, and Matthew Golden leading the team in receiving yards. Coach LaFleur says the first-round rookie out of Texas really starting to take his game to the next level.
Those were some big-time plays he made yesterday. All 3 of his receptions. I thought he did a nice job on the jet sweep, just showing the great contact balance. I think he's competing more and more in the run game with the blocking. So yeah, I'm really excited about where he's going and where he could go.
Next up, a trip to Glendale, Arizona Sunday afternoon to take on the 2-4 Cardinals. Badger football, meanwhile, set a new program rock bottom after what's being called by many an embarrassing 37-0 loss at home to Iowa. It was the first time Wisconsin had been shut out in Camp Randall since the 80s, and the first time being shut out by Iowa at home since 1929. The road does not get easier. Number 1, Ohio State, coming to Madison Saturday afternoon. So the big question for Coach Fickell, what do you tell the alumni and fan base when things seem to be in a free fall?
I know it's frustrating. I know it's disappointing. I don't blame you, but the truth of the matter is Saturday is Saturday. And we need our guys' best effort. We need our coaches' best effort, and we need the people's best effort too. And regardless if they're frustrated or not, like there's got to be a belief in the things that they're doing. They can be mad at me. That's fine. Don't be mad at those kids, and those kids need them. They need to feel that support. They need to see that support.
Wisconsin hosts Ohio State 2:30 Saturday right here on News 8. And after round 1 of state golf in Madison, Onalaska 8th in the D1 team standings. Individually, Toma senior Karma Hasselberger is in the top 15 after shooting a 79. In Division 2, Westby senior Maddie Fletcher tied for 3rd after shooting a 78. That's it for sports. We got more news next.
This October, Maxwell White and the Lacrosse Hunger Task Force are hosting our annual food drive. Donate at least 6 items when we visit, and we'll donate $15 on your behalf, plus give you $15 off any service that day. Schedule today.
Right now, get a great deal on the durable Kubota RTVX. When there's work to do and a reputation to uphold, it's built to haul it all and do it all. Half-ton capabilities with attachments to get the job done right. It's North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 1.99% APR for up to 36 months, or save up to $300.
Visit us today and experience the difference.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drug driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
We see you out there, making your own kind of magic.
Oh my goodness!
From the unique gifts you give to the one-of-a-kind ways you celebrate. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we help you put your plans into action with great prices on top brands, so you can give the best presents without breaking the bank.
It's Mom!
And bring a little more joy to your world.
He's so cute.
Best Christmas ever?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all Silverado 1500 models.
Visit HometownChevy.com.
Do your drains scare you? Bring them back to life with Maxwell White. Get a $99 mainline drain opening, including a camera inspection, and let our highly trained professionals banish the monsters that lurk in your pipes.
Call or schedule online.
Halloween is just over 2 weeks away, but excitement is already building in Northern California, where a huge pumpkin contest was held today.
Yeah, 4 pumpkins made the finals at the 52nd annual Half Moon Bay World Championship Pumpkin Weigh-Off. Using a 5-ton digital scale, judges gave the grand prize for this one coming in at more than 2,300 pounds.
So the first place winner gets $9 for each pound the pumpkin weighs, making
What's that math?
Making this year's winner, I just did the math, worth more than $21,000.
Wow, good for them. I hope they don't have to carve it. What a pain. That's a lot of seeds and guts.
Yeah, and probably a pretty penny to ship it to this competition too.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Imagine trying to travel with 21,000 pounds of pumpkin.
Oh my goodness, but congrats to them. $21,000, that's great. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
While you're busy, your pup can play all day at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Safe, supervised fun with friends, plus plenty of exercise and love. Because a tired dog is a happy dog. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Interested in a heat pump for your home? Here at G&T, we've got an offer to sweeten the deal. Qualified customers can get up to $8,000 off a new Goodman heat pump system and a $2,000 tax credit for this year. In most cases, you'll pay less for this heat pump and furnace system installation, as well as over time with its efficiency and energy savings. Seriously, a Goodman heat pump that's smaller and more efficient for less. Plus, it's installed by an amazing team of skilled technicians with quality you can count on and experience you can trust. Interested? Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension of sight and sound. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the sofa up ahead. Your next stop, the comfort zone.
Fast, free financing available. Don't need financing? Ask about our cash discount.
Come to Wesco and find yourself in the comfort zone and tell them Peyton sent you.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
After high school, I joined Eagle Crest Communities. I did not know what I wanted to do for a career, and I really found a passion for working with our senior population. They care about me just as much as I care about them. Being able to be a part of their day is a really special thing for me, and it's given me a purpose in life.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
This right here is what the experts call a problem.
Today I'm lifting some sunken concrete.
So again, this is simply forming a new layer between the soil and the concrete, and it's expanding as we speak.
That's right.
That's moving.
It's moving.
Son of a gun. Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection. It's weirdly satisfying.
Isn't it?
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Very cooler with a lot of cloud cover, a few showers off and on, but then towards the late afternoon, evening becomes more steadier rain overnight. It'll linger for some areas through Wednesday. But then notice the temperatures. Thursday, warm front. Friday, even warmer before the cold front comes through. Mid-70s potentially.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks for joining us at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.